Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. I want to say good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. Welcome to my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll never take that for granted. Your kindness, your generosity, and support of my channel has been amazing, and I truly appreciate it. My channel and my information is generally for the new man and woman who's never been here before, okay, but has an interest in coming to the Philippines at some point. My 11 years doesn't make me an expert or know-it-all, but it does give me a unique perspective. And I like to share that with you to make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. I'm boots on the ground here. I'm in the center of all this. It's for your benefit. I live among the locals. I'm always going to give you the nitty-gritty. That's just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. And it's not going to start today. You know, what I want to talk about today are the 5 musts. 5 things you must bring here to the Philippines when you come, whether it's your first time, whether it's your 10th time. All right, number 1 is your wallet. Yeah, money. You're going to need money here, but there's a bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. 1 out of 5 jobs in the Philippines is tied to the tourism industry. Yeah, let that sink in. Something like 10 million Filipinos are employed by the tourism industry here. So imagine that. Imagine what the pandemic has done by shutting down tourism completely. So your tourism dollars, man, it fuels this economy. Imagine 13% of the GDP is tourism, okay? Now, a big part of that is the domestic tourism, but your money goes a long way. And also, it's one other thing I want to suggest, okay? However much money that you decide that you're going to bring here for your first 2 weeks, your month, or whatever it is, I want you to do this. I want you to add 500 to 1,000 on top of that, okay? And that's going to be for emergencies. All right, because 500, 25,000 to 50,000 pesos should cover any emergency that you have over here, for 2 weeks, for a month, okay? So bring your wallet. Number 2 things that you must bring here when you come here is a copy of your passport, the biography page, and a copy of your ID or any ID related documents, okay? And that's what I suggest you carry around with you when you're roaming around. Don't carry your original passport, your original license, or state ID, or whatever it is, okay? Go ahead and make you a copy before you get over here. It gives you a lot of peace of mind. Go ahead and leave your originals in your hotel room or your Airbnb where they're going to be safe. So that's the second thing I want you to do. Make a copy of your biography page, of your passport, and your ID, whether it's your license, your state ID, anything, any type of ID related documents. All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is love. And I know that sounds corny, but let me tell you something, man. If you show these people love over here, I mean, it's going to open doors, man, that were closed before. See, this is one thing I know from traveling around, even when I was in the Navy, man. Love is accepted everywhere. It's the world's currency, so to speak. All right? And you will never get a better exchange rate than you will get when you come to the Philippines, man. Whatever love, kindness, generosity that you give the Filipino, he's going to give you 10 times back. I mean, guaranteed, guys. Okay? So show a little kindness, show a little tenderness, man. Show a little understanding when you get over here. And it's going to go a long way. All right. Number 4 is bring something here from your native country to share with the locals. Yeah, see, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and Kentucky's known for bourbon. So whenever I come here, if I have to go home and I come back, I always make it a point to bring a 5th of bourbon whiskey. That's not the most expensive, but it'll do. The last time I came in 2018, I bought back a 5th of 100 proof bonded Old Forester whiskey, bourbon. And man, I gave it to some Army guys, man. I tell you what, I had them crawling on the ground. So wherever you're from, if it's cigars, tobacco, liquor, if it's food, bring the recipe. Whatever it is, bring something with you from your native country to share with the locals, man. They will really, really appreciate it. Okay. Number 5, and this is really important. Bring an open mind when you come to the Philippines. Okay, because you're going to see things and you're going to experience things here that you're not used to seeing or experiencing in your home country. Okay, and you know, just a little understanding, just a little open-mindedness will go a long way here. Just remember at all times where you are. You're in the Philippines. You know, the country's rich, but the people are poor. So you're going to see things like this, and man, don't laugh, man, because when you see it, it's going to be comical, man. You're going to see people wearing shoes 2 to 3 sizes too big. Okay, you're going to be in the mall, or you're going to be walking down the street, and some lady's going to be dressed up real, real nice, and she's going to have runs and tears in her stockings. But remember, guys, and you know, you're going to see little kids working real jobs over here. But remember, Filipinos, man, they're proud people, and they're good people, and they really are hardworking and doing the best they can under some trying circumstances, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. So have an open mind, man. And I'm going to throw one more in here for you, just, you know, because I'm in a good mood today. But a must that you can bring over here is a pleasing personality. I mean, trust me, a good attitude over here, man, all right, is so attractive. I mean, Filipinos, they love a well-mannered, respectful, humble man. I mean, trust me on this one, man. I know what you've heard. The Filipinos they're desperate and they'll accept anybody. No, not really. They're a good judge of character, and that's what they're going to look at. So if you come over here, man, and you're well-mannered, you're respectful, you're humble, because I'm going to tell you, some of the places that they live, see, they're going to look at you and look at your reaction. But if you come over here and you're smiling, you're laughing, you know, you got a positive mental attitude, man, that's attractive. That's more attractive to the Filipino than Brad Pitt, than your looks, okay? A pleasing personality, man, you know, it's the sugar. Napoleon Hill says it's the sugar that people are attracted to. You know, you can either be the sugar or the vinegar, whichever you want. But I'm telling you, this is boots on the ground experience, man. If you come over here, man, and it's, you know, no sir, yes ma'am, you know, you opening doors, you know, you go ahead, ma'am, you know, you be considerate, because there's something that's lacking over here. You have manners, which is something that's lacking over here. It doesn't make us better, but it's just not really part of their culture. So when they see you do that, man, Filipinos, they really like it. I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm still here. That's why they treat me the way that they do, because I learned a long time ago the importance of a positive mental attitude, a pleasing personality. I'm an insurance agent. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I come to this. So 5 musts, and then that extra one. The first is your wallet, man. Bring some money over here. You're going to need money over here. Our money, our tourism dollars fuel this economy. 1 out of 5 Filipinos work in the tourism industry. Something like 10 million people are hired by the tourism industry. So you can imagine what the pandemic did to this place. Y'all think I'm playing at the end of my videos when I say that, but no, it put 10 million people out of work over here. Businesses, hotels, you know, resorts, man, swimming pools, beach resorts, man, it all went down the drain, man. So your money fuels the economy over here. It's 13% of the GDP, man. It's very, very important. Number 2 is make a copy. Take 5 minutes, man. Make a copy of your biography page of your passport, your license, your state ID, whatever ID related documents you have. Carry them around with you when you're roaming around town. Not the originals. It'll give you a peace of mind. You know, matter of fact, make 2 or 3 copies, you know, just in case they get wet or you sweat on them or whatever. But leave the originals back at your hotel. Bring some love with you, man. I know it sounds corny, but love goes a long way over here. It's accepted everywhere. It's the world's currency. And you're not going to get a better exchange rate than you do in the Philippines. all the love, the kindness, the generosity that you show the Filipino, he's going to give you 10 times back, man, or more. Guarantee you, man. That's inside information. You know, try to show a little kindness, a little tenderness, a little understanding. Okay, it's hard enough over here, man. You know, don't bring, you know, that hatred and all of that over here. Okay. Number 4 is bring something from your native country to share with the locals. I mean, man, trust me, they'll love you for it. I mean, if it's chocolate, bring chocolate. I always bring whiskey, okay? And I usually give it to these tough guys over here in the army, police, or something like that every single time. So if it's cigars, if it's, you know, whatever it is, man, bring it over. If it's food, bring the recipe. Share it with the locals, man. They'll really appreciate it. Number 5 is an open mind. Listen, most of the people over here, man, these are good people. They're proud people. They're hardworking people doing the best they can under some trying circumstances. So when you see something, when you experience something that's out of the ordinary, man, don't laugh. It doesn't mean that they're less than. It doesn't mean we're better than. It just means that, you know, people over here are struggling a little bit more than you. So when you see somebody on the street, because when you see it, it's going to look hilarious. But try not to laugh when you see somebody wearing a pair of shoes 2 or 3 sizes too big. You see a woman dressed up and she's got runs and holes in her stockings, man. You know, okay, they're doing the best they can. Trust me, man, on this one. Okay, and then the last one that I gave you, you know, because I'm in a good mood, man. I'm a good guy. Is bring a pleasing personality. See, remember I always remind you that this is one of the few places left in the world where good guys still win. Man, good guys over here are attractive. Filipinos, they love good guys. I'm putting together a video, man, to explain all of that to you, man. If you're well-mannered, you're respectful, you're humble, man, they're going to fall in love with you. They're going to stumble over themselves when they see you. You're going to open up doors, man, that are closed to normal foreigners, man, who just plod around here and take and never give, okay? So have a pleasing personality, man, a positive mental attitude. Remember, it's tough over here already, man. Try to understand where they're coming from. Understand the struggle here, okay, guys? So thank you so much for stopping by. You know, I really, really appreciate it. All your kindness, all your generosity, all your support. I will never take that for granted. As long as these vlogs are useful, they're helpful, I'm going to continue to do them. You know, send up some prayers. You know, one of my subscribers, a brother-in-law, has cancer, but it is curable. But if you're a praying person, you know, pray for him and his family. All right. If you're in America, it's late. I hope you help somebody before you hit the bed. If you haven't hit the bed, you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs. You're just getting out from work. You see somebody out on the street, give them a couple of dollars. Buy them something to eat. Buy them something to drink. We're still in the middle of this pandemic. The stimulus checks are starting to come out, but it's not going to solve everything. I haven't gotten mine, so that means a lot of people haven't gotten theirs. Okay, we still need each other. If you're in the Philippines, it's about 11 a.m. in the morning. I already told you what the pandemic has done. Wiped out 10 million jobs over here, man. Need I say any more? So that's why it's important that we find somebody to help, you know, throughout the day before you go to bed. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.